Yo, what is going on, everybody? Caveman Jack back from another album reaction slash review. And we are back live from the studio. Yo. Over the last year, really tried to dive into some more rock, hard rock, metal sounds that have been very, very foreign to me, very different on the channel. Diving into bands I've always wanted to check out, but just haven't sat down and done so. So Led Zeppelin was one of those bands. And we started with their debut, Led Zeppelin, and then moved through to their follow up that came out the same year, Led Zeppelin II. You could see the progression and their character and their kind of chemistry. It really started to evolve and flow from that project, from Led Zeppelin 1 to Led Zeppelin 2. Now, I was lucky enough to also check out Becoming Led Zeppelin, which was the doco that documented their first year as a band. Really insightful. It was great to hear from different band members. We're going to continue that Led Zeppelin journey today with Led Zeppelin 3. I'm not sure what kind of sound we're going to get on this record. Led Zeppelin 3 came out in 1970. Band's output was incredible. It really was incredible. Now, I don't know when Led Zeppelin 4 came out, but I'm sure it wasn't going to be that much longer after this one. But on this week's reaction, we're going to be checking out Led Zeppelin 3. Let's get into it. Let's see what the band kind of evolves to in this next record. Oh, I do know this song. No way, this is Led Zeppelin. I remember this from Shrek the Third at School of Rock. Man, I can't believe. How's the bass guitar on this song? And those vocal harmonies there are great. Immigrant Song, I had no idea that was Led Zeppelin, but I guess as you listen, it does start to make more sense, right? Now starting to have a better idea of Robert Plant's kind of sound and his vocal performances. It as soon as I kind of like this is Led Zeppelin, it kind of clicked because it does sound like Robert, and those kind of harmonies there, really great. John Paul Jones on the bass guitar. Man, that song is really driven by the dun 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 dun, really, and those harmonies. Just a really great track. It's not a long song, but that's a powerful opener. I've found that every opener from the Led Zeppelin records has been really kind of punchy, straight to the point, which I've loved. This is the fun part of sometimes checking out these albums. You hear songs that but you had no idea it was actually that band or an artist, and you're like, "What the hell? That's Led Zeppelin?" And case and so there. So, Immigrant Song, great start to the album. It's like quite a dark sound the song has. quite menacing.
I'm telling you now, the greatest thing you ever can do now. Straight a smile to someone who's blue now. It's very easy, just
With low harmonies. That. Nice. Very psychedelic, this one as well. It's kind of evolved to a bit more psychedelic of sound. And those strings give me some Radiohead vibes, which y'all know I love. That was a very good song. Friends, very bit of Moog-like synths there at the end of this track. Haven't heard a song like that from Led Zeppelin yet. You feel as though they've really touched on some psychedelic elements within their music, and that song they really try to capitalize on some of those sounds. The synths and the kind of way that the guitar was laid, it never really felt like a comforting song. It was quite menacing, and as the song evolved, it was just like these really dark sounds. It's interesting because Robert's got that falsetto and that kind of like that kind of rocky falsetto that he does, and I find that it was a really interesting to see the dark contrasting sounds with his voice. It just really blends really well. Yeah, hearing those synths and those strings, very intriguing. The way the guitar was laid. John wasn't doing too much on the drums. He was on the bongos, it sounded like, and that sounded really good as well. I've noticed that, he loves using that use of the bongos in a lot of the tracks. And it just adds to the layers and adaptability that John had when it came to the percussive elements of these tracks, and indicates to me why he was such a loved drummer.
Face is cracked from smiling, all the fears that she's been hiding, and it seems that pretty soon everybody's gonna know.
Feel Led Zeppelin evolving on these records, and I love seeing that. Contrasting Led Zeppelin 3 to the first two records, it does feel different. It feels like a new era. This is that real like slow Led Zeppelin feel, which they've had on the first two records at times. Organs, hello. day, man. Big day at work.
Cause I love you, baby, how I love you, darling, how I love you, baby, my love you, little girl. Baby, since I've been loving you, yeah, I'm about to lose my worry mind. Oh, yeah.
Loved how the instrumentation really built around that chorus there, just like really rapidly rose, set the tone very quickly. I love that electric in the back, man. So much presence. And it's matching so well with those organs. Right, great solo. John is just keeping that tone. Yeah, 7-minute song. This is the kind of track you want to sit in for a while.
Oh, my tears, it felt like rain. Don't you hear that? Don't you hear the bowling? Don't you hear that? Don't you hear the bowling?
Yeah, this might be one of my favourite Led Zeppelin tracks. I can already tell. I love this vibe, man.
Do you remember, Mama, when I knocked up on your door? I said you had the nerve. Tell me.
Electric guitar, girl. It's like crying out, just like Robert's vocals.
Hear my back door slam. You know I must have one of them newfangled back door Baby, since I've been loving you, I'm about to lose.
Incredible ballad.
I'm about to lose. Just one more. Just one more. Since I've been loving you,
Incredible song. John on the drums, man. Easily one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs I've heard so far. Way that song built 7.5 minutes of just a classic rock ballad. Robert's vocals continued to rise as the instrumentation continued to match him. And it just felt you could feel the intensity rise throughout that song. That electric guitar solo. Beautiful, beautiful. John on the drums, setting the tone, just those little riffs as well. Just amazing song. I love ballads. I love rock ballads. I love when the instrumentation really gets its moment. And I think in rock ballads, because it's a little bit slower paced, it allows for that for me. So I don't have to follow the intense sounds moving too quickly. I can really sit. It just caters to my taste a little bit more. So hearing a song like that, Chef's Kiss, really great Led Zeppelin track. Since I've Been Loving You, easily one of the best I've heard so far for my tastes.
As I walk down the highway, all I do is sing a song. And a train that's passing my way helps the rhythm move along. Just a simple guy, and different day to
I
day.
love that guitar riff. It's really, really catchy.
Lives my frown, blow my blues away. All I need from you is all your love. All you gotta give to me is all your love. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm leaving. Tell the world I am. Got me a fat woman. Since that I'm
And
there.
John on the drums, man.
One thing that I
Go on the
know for
drums.
sure, gonna give out the love like nobody can. All I need from you is all your love. All you gotta give to me is all your love. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
Those vocals are just like classic level plant right now. How we just harmonise with the guitar. I'm really loving this album. I've loved hearing Led Zeppelin evolve so far. I mentioned that earlier in the reaction, but this, I'm not sure. I'm feeling that this feels like my favorite album from them so far, and I'm wondering if it's because I've kind of built that kind of base knowledge now with the first two records. That's going to be like a lot easier to fall into their sound. I think it feels a little bit lighter. Like I must admit, I think it's a bit lighter, but I can't. I don't know. It still feels characteristically Led Zeppelin. Don't get me wrong, but I'm really liking. There's some surf rock feel at times. I like the psychedelic sounds, but I'm falling into this one very, very easy from the get go, and I'm wondering if it's because the sounds are more catered to my liking.
Hangman, hangman, hold it a little while. I think I see my friends coming, riding many a mile. Keep me from the gallows pole. What did you bring me? Keep me from the gallows pole. You know that we're too damn poor. Keep me from the gallows pole. Hangman, hangman, hold it a little while. I think I see my brother coming, riding many a mile. Brother, you give me some silver as you get a little gold. Why did you bring me, my brother? Keep me from the gallows pole. Yes, I've told you to keep me from the gallows pole. Hangman, hangman, turn your head a while. I think I see my sister coming, riding many a mile, my. Sister, I implore you, take him by the hand.
Banjo.
Take him to some shady power. Save me from the wrath of this man. Keep me from the gallows. Yeah. Girl, you rolled me silver, and your sister wore my soul. But now I laugh and pull so hard, see you swinging on the gallows. Yeah.
Good, man. It's a great album. Really love this one.
But now I laugh and pull so hard, see you swinging on the gallows.
electric guitar. I thought it was strings at first. Oh, that is good.
Measuring the summer's day, I only find it slips away to gray. The hours they bring me pain. Tangerine, tangerine, living reflections from a dream. Thinking how it used to be.
Love this part. The intro and this, the verses.
Remember times like these. To think of us again. And I do.
Brother. Oh. Even that kind of like real country guitar in the back. Man. 1970 as well. Like some of these tracks really inspired some of the artists that we listen to today. Full of gems, really diversifying their portfolio of sounds on this record, just showing how rich their bag was. Second year of being a band, 3 albums, just so many different layers, and they've showcased a lot of them on these first 3 records, and I have no doubt that they will continue to reveal more layers as their chemistry grew and the albums progressed. But damn, like, I'm loving this album. It's definitely less heavy than their first 2 records. It feels like they've kind of shifted their sound slightly. Their tendencies are still there, a lot of them, but it's a bit more like toned down and just kind of like just moved to a lighter side. You still got those rocky elements that we know from those first 2 records, but it's kind of just, yeah, it's a lot lighter. It's a lot lighter, I've found. So much lighter, so much lighter. Each of these songs.
I don't know how I'm gonna tell you. I can't play with you no more. I can't believe what people saying. You're gonna let your hair hang down. I'm satisfied to sit here working all day long. You're in the darker side of town. That's the way, oh, that's the way it ought to be. Yeah, yeah. Mama said that's the way it ought to stay. Yeah, yeah.
The guitar is really beautiful. very easy to listen to, this album, right? I think it does cater to those listeners that enjoy the lighter sound of rock music, because it does really strip back a lot of their heavier tendencies.
That's the way it ought to be.
Be a bit of Nick Drake vibes as well, like this track.
Mama said that's the way it's gonna stay.
Some decent Nick Drake. These harmonies there, very Radiohead, like that. Is that the guitars in reverse? Sounded like it. I think what I love as well about these older records, in the recording process, you really feel the instrumentation. That section there where it was just the acoustic guitar playing and, it was doing a lot of awesome work with the guitar. It felt so alive. There's not like a lot of plugins or layers that have stripped away that real rawness and feel of the acoustic guitar there. Just to hear it in its richest form, it feels so alive. And I love that about a lot of the older records. Last track on this album. It's been a great ride returning to Led Zeppelin and continuing our journey through their discography.
When I done quit holiday, when I done quit
Trippy sound.
when I ain't no monkey, I can't climb no tree. No time skin mother wanna make no monkey out of me.
It's giving more. Well, it's interesting. It's a bit more heavier, but that acoustic guitar is really complementing itself to the aesthetic and tone of this album. It's like Led Zeppelin 2 and 3 like having like had a baby on this track.
When I've been mistreated, babe, I believe I should know.
Interesting though, the vocals very, very to the right. The guitar a little bit louder on the left. He's got a very interesting filter on his vocals as well. I wonder if they're going to kind of collide or if it's going to stay this way. What a trippy vocal effect. He held that note for ages. What the heck? It's like a roller coaster. What a trippy way to end this album. Again, fantastic guitar play throughout this whole record. That last song there really felt like two tracks playing at the same time. You could really hear, like, you could hear that kind of like tape running out on the vocal track earlier than the guitar track. Led Zeppelin III. I've loved this journey, discovering a new genre a little bit more and learning about these pioneers, and Led Zeppelin being a pioneer of this genre. Led Zeppelin III, a step back in intensity. It's very evident that a lot of the tracks start with the just acoustic guitar, really trying to set the tone of this album very quickly. Immigrant Song felt like you were kind of like that bridge between Led Zeppelin 2 into Led Zeppelin 3. It's kind of like that heavier sound, but you're already kind of getting an idea of how this album's going to start progressing, and it very much felt like then we then flowed into this much more mellow at times Led Zeppelin. And then as the end of this album progressed, we got to that last track there, Hats Off to Roy Harper, which kind of started almost kind of added that bookmark to potentially bridge into Led Zeppelin 4, which could be a return to that more characteristically Led Zeppelin sound, which is a bit more heavier. I really enjoyed that project. As someone who loves ballads, as someone who's getting used to this genre, I've enjoyed listening to the first records and learning. And there's been tracks off those records that I love and adored, but there are tracks that were a lot harder for me to fall into on a first listen and required a lot more listens for me to really kind of learn about the progression. Whereas Led Zeppelin 3 kind of catered to my current likings a lot more. That's that at times more mellow, more melancholic ballad-like sounds, which I loved when we had elements of that on their first two records. This record had a lot of hits for me. I loved Immigrant Song. Knowing that was Led Zeppelin is pretty awesome. It makes so much more sense now. Hearing those vocal takes from Robert Plant, it just makes so much sense. Friends, Celebration Day, Since I've Been Loving You is an incredible ballad, an incredible 7.5 minute track, which I loved. Out on the Tiles, Gallows Pole, Tangerine, beautiful. Those intro and the verses were just, I love that really stripped back sound, quite dark, melancholic feel to it. It was great. Really felt like this album just showcased a little bit more of Led Zeppelin's bag. This would have been it would have been a slight shift for regular listeners, but the fact that they were pumping out so much music, regular listeners probably were still getting used to their first two records, and then, oh my gosh, another album's already out. So I've loved this journey so far. It was fantastic to return to the world of Led Zeppelin. Let me know what you guys think of this record. What is your favorite track off this album? And please, in the comments below, let us know if you've seen Led Zeppelin live. I love hearing about concert experiences, and this is obviously a huge band. My name is Caveman Jack. Take care, everybody, and I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.